YouTube, we all juggle knives right here, outside in extreme conditions, testing this Sheffield Commando knife. Alright, you're going to see some batoning and other hard use testing with this blade, and I just finished filming the footage actually. I went through 2 pairs of gloves. I am gloveless here. Alright, so will this knife, will this hold up? Oh, excuse the chaos in the background. There's snow plows, there's car accidents, don't even ask. Alright, but I think you're going to enjoy this. Sheffield Israeli Commando knife coming at ya. Testing the tip strength. A little bit of chopping just for durability testing. Wow, completely insane conditions out here. Literal blizzard. I was testing several blades today, and blades are getting covered. That's some wood. I just left these out here for 5 minutes and they already got covered. What else do we have? This buck knife. Well, I gotta get inside because literally can't feel my hands anymore, obviously. These are covered in ice. Alright, I'm gonna bring these inside for the discussion. The Sheffield Commando knife. We're surviving today. Alright, earn your pay. Alright, YouTube, I hope you enjoyed that outdoor footage. Alright, let's get to an analysis of this knife design, but first, let me show you the sheath. Sorry to say, they did skimp on the sheath. Obviously, riveted and stitched. You know, I just got, yeah, and the loose retaining strap with button closure. Alright, so that's the sheath. You know, you're going to have a sheath made for this, or make your own sheath. But that's what you get. Alright, let's talk about the knife itself. And I'm going to use this as my pointer, my K-bar. Stacked leather handle, steel guard. Nice black finish on this. 7-inch blade, carbon steel. They don't say which carbon steel. You can see it has a massive fuller there that lightens the blade. And let's give you a size comparison with the K-bar. Ubiquitous K-bar. Let's get in the frame. Alright, so you see very comparable in terms of overall length and blade length. You know, it's the same type of knife, the same idea, as it were, an old school military combat utility fixed blade, full size, clip point. They both have hidden tangs, alright, stick tangs with stacked leather handles. But you see the Sheffield knife is a little bit slimmer, a little bit lighter, and that, you know, that's where the Commando part comes in, because it would be a little bit faster, and it's not a dagger, but it is slim, right, and quite pointed, if you know what I mean. Now, if you're wondering how thick the tang is, you can see right there. All right, so fairly thick, you know, but not very wide, but the tang does extend all the way through to there. The handle is it's fairly thin and narrow, right? But you could always bulk it up with any type of wrap that you want. Now notice the geometry here, right? You have the fuller, and the edge of the fuller kind of acting as you know, like a bevel, because there's an angle change, and then a very narrow length at a very narrow distance until you get to the edge. An extremely broad, convex edge. I got good news and I got bad news. The good news is that that type of edge is incredibly good at splitting wood. The bad news is that it's not that good for slicing through something, okay? That geometry, even though this is sharp, and I have even sharpened it, that geometry sucks. If you want to, like, you know, do the paper demo where you slice through paper, nah, this thing sucks at slicing paper, but it was great at splitting wood. It certainly held up, you know, to abuse. I mean, there was no damage to the edge or to the tip. Now they call this the Sheffield Israeli Commando knife. I tried to find out if this was actually issued to Israeli soldiers, and I couldn't find anyone that said it was. All right, so don't go crazy about that connection. I pretty much consider this the United Kingdom made Commando knife. I don't know, maybe they were trying to sell it to them, or they thought it would sell better. I can't really find any actual connection to that other country. Alright, so in conclusion, it's kind of like a K-bar, but with a thinner handle and a more narrow blade. Alright, so if you ever wanted a K-bar that was slightly lighter and convex and a little more stabby, if you know what I mean, the Commando aspect, well, then this would be a good blade for you. You know, it's kind of out of fashion at the moment because really heavily overbuilt fixed blades are now the trend, okay? Like fixed blades that can freaking chop like a little mini hatchet or something. So it's definitely against the current trend. All right, hope you enjoyed seeing this fixed blade knife from England. This has been We All Juggle Knives. Stay tuned for many more reviews. I'm out.